everyone. All right, let's get into it. Emma, take it away.
Mike, we're not doing the music. I'm not ever doing the music. You can skip Tuesday. We won't be doing that. But you've got me at 8 a.m. So there's that. We had some people who had some things that they needed to share, if I recall. Trisha, you want to start with number one?
Kirk, ready to roll?
Why
Let's
don't
have
you tell everybody why don't you remind everybody what he's supposed to be sharing? Because I don't
Kirk
remember.
will be sharing with us voice AI bots.
Okay, so here's the thing. We get on these calls almost every day, particularly for those of you in Ignite. We're on a call almost every day, and I see a bunch of people learning a whole bunch of shit, but I don't see a lot of people executing on it. So last week, for those of you who missed it, people told me a bunch of things, and instead of allowing word salad, I said, "Great, you're going to come on and share." So Kirk was one of the brave that raised his hand. So, Kirk, let's go. Show me your AI agent. Tell me all about it.
Sure. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kirk Williams. I live in Houston, Texas, and my wife and I own a health and wellness business. And this was stemmed from I currently went through 4 years of dialysis. I've had a kidney transplant. And so we decided it's like, why have anybody else have to go through what I had to go through? Why not educate people on how food can become your medicine instead of making medicine your food?
I
And
love that.
so,
I love that.
yes.
So let's see. Let's see. You know, I have a
Yeah.
transplant too.
You did.
I did. I have one kidney. It's a transplant. Mine wasn't from eating, it was from being stabbed, but cool. Let's go. Let me
Wow.
see.
That's amazing. All right, let's
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 see.
put that. So we're
So
going
we're
to
twins.
call. This call will be recorded for quality purposes. Can everybody hear that?
Yep.
Yes, we heard it.
Okay. Hi, this is Ava from Plant Pure Lifestyle. I'm a virtual assistant here to answer questions or help schedule a call. What would you like to do? Can I find out more information about the services you offer? Of course. Plant Pure Lifestyle focuses on plant-based wellness, offering personalized coaching and programs to help you achieve your health goals. Here's a quick overview. Wellness Roadmap Consultation. A free 30-minute session with Coach Margot to create a personalized plan. Coaching programs. Tailored guidance on plant-based nutrition, lifestyle changes, and sustainable habits. Educational support. Resources to help you transition to or enhance a plant-based lifestyle, whether you're vegan or just curious. If you'd like, I can also help you book a free consultation to explore
Kirk,
how
I'm
these
so proud of you.
services
All right, you can
can be
stop.
helpful.
I'm so proud of you. Give Kirk a round of applause, everybody. That's actually a it wasn't nonsense. You hear them all the time. I love all the clapping, the reacts.
Thank you.
You hear them all the time. Just say like, hey, give me your name. I'll get them the information. But this is actually well thought out. Well done,
Yeah.
sir. Great action taker. I have a present for you.
What's that?
You need to send Trisha your address. I'm going to send this to you. Probably not today because the roads are icy, but tomorrow you'll have
Okay.
a box. God knows what's in it. We'll see. But I got a box for you. Get Trisha your address. Congratulations, sir. Thank you so much.
If I may, Emma, I just want to
Uh-huh.
say thank you. After the call occurred, my wife said, "You're on the clock. You got 72 hours." She literally told me I got 72 hours. And guys, I was working till 4 a.m. because I have a full-time job. And I still have to go to the gym. I still got to do stuff to take care of myself. I was working till 4 o'clock in the morning and
Great
getting up to
job,
go to
buddy.
work at 5. So
Great
thank you,
job,
Emma.
buddy. 72-hour rule. That was Damon Watts.
Yep.
So, great
Yep.
job. I'm really proud of you. Great job. All right, Trisha, who's next?
Next tribute would be Jojo LJ, who will be showing us her aesthetics consultation clarity.
Excellent. JoJo's been in something that I've been doing for a lot of years. So I'm really excited to see what she's got. Talk us through it, lady.
1 second. Right. Okay. It's you can see my screen?
I
Yes,
can.
we see it.
Great. I've created 2 apps. One is Aesthetics Explained, specifically obviously for salons that concentrate on aesthetics. And the other one is Consultation Clarity, specifically aimed at surgeries for face surgery, right? It basically was to stress test. Okay, so let's just have a look at here. First of all, we have the what do you call this? Disclaimer. No, you have to accept the privacy, okay? Because obviously it's all to do with GDPR and
Compliance.
everything,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Sorry. Okay, so we come down here. Okay, then you out of this, because I'm not familiar with this. I just wanted to say on all of these, we've got a whole load of options, shall we
Services.
say?
Yep.
Correct. Now you can obviously also add, as they've got up here, certain words alongside this. So let's say the fact dissolving, right? Let's just see what that one comes up with, because I don't know half the things that are offered. Oh, don't tell me it's here we are, right? Okay. This is we kind of say in plain English, right? Okay, if you want the full picture, unlock the eyes, unlock the insights with the email. Okay.
Beautiful, Jojo.
Right.
Great job. You did it.
Good. Yes. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2.
We're gonna move on because I want to get to everybody. But you built it. You did it. So
And I've got another one
fantastic.
to show you. I've got another one to
Okay.
show you afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go
I'll
ahead.
stop
Quickly. Go ahead. Show me now.
Yeah. Right. One second here. Consultation clarity. Here again. Right. Basically, again, it explains what the words mean that they write that the surgeon writes to you and say what another of those words that you've already agreed to them. And this is again kind of in plain English, and also basically to show that you understand exactly what's happening. And it's like an audit trail basically to show that you understand. Okay. Plus also it can also hold certain, if you have certain visualizations or something that we have some kind of AR, VR with it too, that we can also offer with it. But anyway, listen, I'll just leave it there, okay?
Yeah, great job, Jojo. You did it. You built two apps. Is it apps? Yeah, applications and Lovable. You did a great job. Are you in the US?
No, London.
London. I don't think I can ship this to
Yeah,
London,
don't
but if
worry
I
about
can,
it.
I
Don't worry
will.
about it.
If I can, I will. Great job. Wonderful, wonderful job.
Thank
Who's
you.
next, Trisha?
They're the 2 presentations today, Emma.
They're the 2. Okay, perfect. So thank you, Jojo. Appreciate you. Thank you, Kirk. Appreciate you. Jojo, if I can't mail it to you, I don't know if it'll let me mail it to you. If I can't mail it to you, I'll bring it to you because I'm coming to London. So it'll be a little bit. It'll be October, but I'll bring it to you. So where in London are you proper?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll be across from Buckingham Palace. So there we go.
Wait,
All right.
what? Hold on. What part of October? Not the 1st,
Just
because there's.
message me. We got over 100 people on here.
Sorry.
I know the world revolves around you, sweetheart, but not today. Okay.
Yeah,
Tony,
no.
Tony, I think you had something, yeah?
Yeah, just real
Yeah, I
quick.
thought so.
I just wanted to let you know that I worked on it and I found out that if there's a way I can share my screen, I can show you. But I was doing a agent for AI terms, and what happened, Emma, was
Hold on, did you get it done?
I have what I have here.
Did you, it's a yes or no question. Did you get it done?
Oh, so you don't like partial work? Okay.
No, I
so
do not.
guess-
And so thank you for wasting everyone's time. When you get it done, let me know. We'll chat then. Mute him, please. Okay, thank you, Tony. Appreciate you, buddy. Let's move on.
Okay.
Almost is only fucking good with horseshoes and hand grenades, not on Emma calls. So let me know when you actually get something done. All right, who's ready to get to work and see something? So I hear from Perry that you guys actually, there was a lot of you that wanted not only AI insights, but business insights. I already had this prepared. That was yesterday. So I'm the business girl. So I will start preparing things that have a little bit of a mix. This kind of has a mix. So I wanted to chat about monetization. Perry's been talking a lot about YouTube lately. Has everybody kind of noticed that? And so one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is how to look at data. How many of you have massive amounts of data from being in some type of business for many years? So, a reasonable amount of you. Jojo, you have a ton of data from some of the copy you've written over tons of years. The problem with most people in data is, particularly on the marketing side, is marketers like to look in data in boxes. So, what I mean by that is this week, this month, this segment, this campaign, they don't like to look at it over massive amounts of time. Operations likes to look at it over a massive amount of time. So, we're going to do a little trick today. I'm going to show you guys a couple of prompts that I use to look at large data sets. So, the first thing I'm going to show you, this spreadsheet that I have right here, can you guys see it?
We're currently seeing your Google Calendar, Emma.
Oh, good. It didn't work. It's because I have 5,000 tabs open with the same thing. Nope, not yet. Okay. Yay, Emma. One more time, guys. One more time. Now we've got it. Okay. So everybody can see this, right? The
Yeah.
amount of data that I work on that has massive tabs with massive amounts of data is literally astronomical. So, because of that, we spend a lot of time on data analysis. Good. One thing I love Zoom, but the one thing I can't stand about Zoom is navigating tabs. So what I've done, and you guys have seen me do this before, is when you're taking docs, and this is kind of hit or miss, I'll warn you, when you put Google Docs in with the link, and then you tell it all of these have been shared with anyone with a link so you can go through them as needed, 50% of the time you have to re-prompt it because it'll tell you it can't look at Google Docs. It can if you share everything within the doc as a view. But all right, so let's grab our first prompt. So the first thing, I want to find what's working that we didn't notice. AI is incredibly good, and I've talked about this multiple times, at recognizing patterns that human beings just never will be able to. And so here's my prompt. And don't worry, I'm going to send them, Kirk. So here's my first prompt. My first prompt is I'm going to put all of, so you guys notice this had a bunch of different tabs in it, right? I'm going to take every single tab and put the spreadsheet in. There are other ways to do this. This happens to be the way that I like to do this. The other reason why I like to do it this way instead of pulling PDFs on the data is because if someone made a mistake in the formula when they created the document, it'll tell you. And so that's huge for me. So here's where all the links to all the tabs are. Here's all of these have been shared with anyone with the link so you can look through them as needed. Find what worked without you noticing. You as me. You are analyzing 5 years of YouTube content, performance data, including titles, thumbnails, publish dates, initial 72-hour performance, long tail view growth, comments, and revenue attribution. Identify videos that never looked like breakout hits early, but quietly compounded views, revenue, or lead quality over time. There's the one we never look at. We put a YouTube video out and we only give a shit about its stats until the next YouTube video gets put out. So what's happened over these 5 years? I want patterns in language, topic framing, or promise structure that correlate with delayed success. Topics or angles we underweighed because they didn't spike fast. A list of boring but profitable content themes we should intentionally recreate. Do not optimize for virality. Optimize for predictable money and long-term authority. Virality is great, and for people with daddy issues that need likes, they sure can do that. But I'm more interested in money. You can adjust this as you see fit. And so now we're going to see AI go in and do the work and take a look at all of the different data points and the amount of money that we leave on the table with simple tweaks and fixes because we don't look backwards at massive data sets is absolutely insane. When for most of you that know me, I have Shockwave Solutions, and we do a beginning consultation, if you will, where we find the money to pay ourselves in a business that's going to retain us. And so this is one of the ways that I do this because I can generally if you get a company that's several $1,000,000, I can generally pay for myself right away by looking at what nobody else looked at and where you're leaving money on the table. So it's just working right now. This is a massive amount of data. This is also for those of you that were at AI Bot Summit. This is why I pre-recorded all of this so you wouldn't have to sit through it. But
Emma, they're requesting for the prompt.
I already said that I would give it later. Okay, so 1 minute and 13 seconds. By the way, you guys saw this thing. You handed me a gold mine. Yes, I did. 1 minute and 13 seconds just replaced what 3 to 4 people would spend months combing over and still probably wouldn't see it. So basically, what it just came out with is everything I need to do for all the money I've been leaving on the table that I didn't see previously. So you guys can kind of look through and see I can still tell what quietly worked, but it'll be a pattern level where the boring earners have in common, not a precise, these specific videos had a week 72-hour starts, but huge long tail compounding list. And what's funny is what I do know about this data, because I've certainly run this before, is that there are a lot of videos that we put out that didn't do well when they came out. So we didn't really That was weird. We didn't really mess with them, but later on, at certain points during the year, they hit really, really big. So that taught us a ton. And this thing is still going. So I hope you guys found that one helpful. We're going to move on to the next one. And we'll do one more. We only have time for one more. I'm going to give you 5 prompts that you can use with larger data over time, but we'll just do one more for purposes of time. I really like this one for anything with social. And I mean anything, any social channel, because I want to know who we're actually talking to now. A lot of times we start off, and Jojo, you know this from your many years in copywriting. You start off with one avatar and you end up with another, but you continue to talk to the first one, even though the other is who's buying from you. So, using 5 years of content and audience data, comments, engagement, watch time, topic shifts, and revenue outcomes, analyze the audience psychology and intent has changed over time. I want what the audience used to care about versus what they care about now. And again, 5 years changes people massively, particularly since if you have data that's over COVID, before COVID and after COVID are 2 different ball games altogether. So watch content attracted high intent buyers versus curious only, where we accidentally train the audience to expect the wrong thing, and then the output audience version, content types, and that age poorly and that age like expensive wine. So we'll let that hit for a second, and I'll take questions in just a second. And Trisha, I'm gonna send you my 5 prompts that you can share all 5 with everybody, but I'll send you my 5 prompts. So we did 1 and 2 But I'm going to give you guys the 5 that I use. And I don't know where you want to post that, Trisha, whether you want to post it in the chat or somewhere else. And Bill, I'll take your question as soon as this is done. Okay, 46 seconds. And you'll notice as you ask more and more questions on the same data sets, it'll move faster and faster. Because it's just looking for new patterns and it remembers a lot of the stuff it already looked at. So, Emma, you think you gave me 5 years of comments, engagement, and watch time revenue. What you actually gave me was a monetization performance report by week, month, and top earning videos from 2022 to 2025 plus 2024 monthly total tabs. That's still enough to map audience intention. So here's exactly what we asked for. We got the psychology. They were still shopping the channel. They wanted results, but they hadn't trained themselves to expect one consistent format yet. Jojo, what could you do with this on the copy side? You have all the psychology behind what they're watching, why they're watching, and what they're expecting. So this can be used with any type of data, not just social. You can look backwards and readjust the prompts for finance, for funnel performance, for affiliate performance. So you guys can get creative with the prompts that Trisha hands out to you. But for YouTube monetization, for Facebook monetization, these are absolutely phenomenal. And Bill, I'll take your question.
Yeah, Emma, that's fantastic. That is gold, I'll tell you, the big data set stuff. I'm curious about when you run it, do you check it against like Google? The reason being is that does Google know more?
You mean Gemini?
Yeah, Gemini. Yeah.
Absolutely. I teach ChatGPT because we did a survey a long time ago and most people had ChatGPT accounts. If I'm being honest, when I'm using Google properties, I'd rather use Gemini. I haven't completely abandoned ChatGPT like Perry has. I still love agent mode. There's a lot that doesn't work for me anymore, and drives me freaking wild. Like I can't for the life of me get ChatGPT to give me a fucking deep research brief on anything for the past like week. But I teach off of ChatGPT because a lot of people have the $20 ChatGPT account and not so much the other accounts. If I'm being completely honest, you can use these prompts in Perplexity, you can use these prompts in Gemini, you can use these prompts in ChatGPT, you can use these prompts in Claude. For data, particularly in Google Sheets, I prefer Gemini for data. For anything that has to do with marketing elements, such as reviewing funnels, like in high level, I prefer ChatGPT. For writing, I prefer Claude or MarioBot. I don't really like Manus. I know a lot of people like Manus. Manus fucking pissed me off way early on by billing me a ton of money for something ChatGPT would have done for 20 bucks. And I'm a Jew, so I'm just gonna forever hold a grudge and hate them. I hear that they're better now. I don't care. I'll never go back. You know. But for the person who asked about Manus, I do hear great things about Manus. I just hold grudges.
Okay. Thanks, Emma.
Absolutely. But if you have Gemini, particularly if you have a workspace, you're going to have Pro anyway. I have Ultra, so I don't really know the difference between Ultra and Pro to be honest. But yeah, any property from Google, I'd prefer Gemini for. Go ahead, Kirk. Not Kirk. Sorry. Jeez, Kirk.
And
Sorry. Ken.
Hey, Emma, on the YouTube stats that you've got, is there a way to access stats of other channels that we want to emulate?
Um, so there are. I can probably show you how I do that. It's not nearly as accurate, and I'm going to tell you right now, you got to be, and Perry says this all the time. It's One of the things he says that I absolutely love stealing is be careful of whose homework you're cheating off of. You don't know the back end of what people are doing. So you can manually scrape those stats, but you don't have their actual insights. So you might be missing a lot of the components, like they spent $10,000 to get all those views.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I've personally made that mistake. So the fair warning. My guy, what's up, Jason? I got news for you on that thing we talked about at the thing at the place. So next
Yay, good morning.
week I'll have an update for you, and you absolutely won the day on that one.
Awesome. Wonderful. Good morning, everyone. The question, it's a nuance here about putting into the
Yay.
different LLMs. What I have done is take the output from, say, ChatGPT and put it in Google DeepThink. Well, first I'll tell Google DeepThink, analyze it, give me your result, and vice versa. And then what I do is I spit the results from one into the other and ask it to identify the discrepancies between the two and explain why they're arriving at the answer of the discrepancy between the two, if that makes any sense for everybody. And I have found little micro markers that can make all of the difference. So just a little nugget there.
That's Perry does that as well. I will say you got to be a little bit careful when you do that. Here's the thing, ChatGPT's, not to get too much into the science behind it, because I absolutely don't understand that and don't want to be that person that gives advice on things that they don't understand. But the context window in Gemini is very different than the context window in ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I'm sure you've gone through and you've gone too many in one thread and it gets all freaking confused, where Gemini's context window is so massive. The thing about ChatGPT is that it remembers things that Gemini doesn't about you. So Gemini will tell you that it's not giving you information correctly because it's analyzing it wrong, but it's because ChatGPT knew something that Gemini didn't know because you told it 7 months ago, or it analyzed something for you 7 months ago. And it's Jojo, are you okay? Yeah, okay. So
I'm
you
going
have
crazy because I totally agree, completely understand.
Yeah, I really. So, one of the things that I do, Jason, is I have a free account on my bullshit email that holds no memory to anything. Do you understand? And I'll go ask questions there, but still, same answer. Sometimes ChatGPT will remember something that you told it. That, by the way, if you ask the damn question, this is what drives me so nuts. This is why me and Lester are fighting right now. We're in a thing. We're in a thing. But this is why I'm fighting with Lester right now, because I will ask a question about something that it 100% remembers. And I know it remembers because it's giving me advice on it in one thread, but in another thread, it won't give me the answer to the question that I'm asking it about the thing that we did 6 months ago that I can't remember. I have to go find the whole thread. So it's like a husband, but there's a little nuance to your nuance of your nuance. All right, I'm going to go analyze email data with Sokka now. I hope you guys found this helpful. For some of you, you look like, just play with the prompts and use it for what you have. Take what you have data for and just play with it. Particularly, like some of you, the only data you have is a QuickBooks account or your personal Facebook insights. Just play with it and see what you can see that you didn't see before, because patterns are so hard for humans to recognize and really, really easy for AI. Hope this was helpful, guys.
Very. Thank you, Emma. For those
Thanks,
of you,
Emma.
the prompts will be available at AR Morning Club